Could have used him tonight, even if it was for 2-3 minutes. Could have used him tonight. Tony Snell, healthy scratch. You could have used him tonight. I don't know why he did not play, especially when you need bodies. Nazir Muhammad's been a healthy scratch all season long. You're down a big, play you big. You need bodies. All of that might have led to another stink bomb of a defensive performance. Another stink bomb at home. But you know another thing that could have led to it? I'm going to be the first to say, when it comes to basketball, I'm kind of old school. I like for my point guards to dish the ball off and shoot when necessary. Derrick Rose went 8 for 22 from the field. 4 for 10 from three-point line. 23 points. He dished out 10 assists, and I'm thankful for that. And as good as Derrick Rose is, and he looks like he's starting to return to form as the player that he once was, I don't want my point guard shooting the ball 22 times. Jimmy gets buckets. Shoot the ball, Jimmy. Powell, shoot the ball. Taj, you were supposed to be the starting power forward. Had Pau Gasol not have been signed, you would have been the starting power forward. You shot the ball 7 times. 42 minutes. But you shot the ball 7 times. While your point guard shot the ball 22 times. That leads me to believe one thing and one thing only. Too many guys are standing around watching Derrick Rose do his thing, marvel at his athletic ability, and marvel at some of the things that he has been able to do as he rounds himself back into shape. Forget that. Move the ball. Move around to an open space on the floor. He's the point guard. He'll find you. So of all the things that I think is wrong, and yeah, I deep in my heart, I think Coach Thibodeau should be giving guys more rest because it's January. It's not March. They got a nice wide division lead. Guys got to stop standing around, though. The team has to stop waiting for Derrick Rose to return to Derrick Rose. That's not how you had success last season. That's not how you experienced success the season before that. You didn't have to look around for Derrick Rose and watch him do his thing on the court because you didn't have him. He was not playing basketball on the court. Maybe in practice. Maybe doing shoot-arounds as he was getting himself healthy. But not during the games. I'm watching the game a couple of days ago versus Washington. Derrick Rose scores 32 points. He looked fantastic. But there were stretches during the game where he looked for a teammate to get open, and that teammate would not get free. So instead of passing the ball to an open teammate, he chucked it. As a result, the Bulls lost. Jimmy Butler, we need you to step up. Take those shots as they come. Get back to the free throw line. You're doing a hell of a job of that. Pau Gasol, you're godsend. Sometimes on the court, during the times when you play, you seem like the one guy who gets it. And that's an amazing feat, seeing that the best point guard you played with was Derek Fisher. Not really earth-shattering news, and not a name that moves the needle. But you seem to get it. Now it's time for the other guys on the team to get it too. Do not revert back to the team that sits and waits to see what the point guard is going to do. You won without him before. You got him now. All he is an addition to the team, a healthy addition to the team. You got your MVP back. But don't forget about your games. Don't forget about the improvements that you made over these last couple of years that you were forced to make by necessity because your MVP was out. Don't revert back to that. The title is in your hands. You can take it. Don't go back to that try hard, work hard team. The band of hard worker bees that sits back and does the things that the leader doesn't do. While the leader goes out and does his thing. While you sit back and marvel at his greatness. Don't revert back to that. Jimmy Butler, you're better than that. Taj Gibson, you're better than that. Kirk Hinrich, you're better than that. You guys were the reason, along with Joakim Noah, why the Bulls were in the mix these last two seasons. Don't lose sight of that. What's going on in Cleveland? I done got so riled up, I got to talk about some problems. What's going on in Cleveland? Yeah, they defeated the Clippers the other night, 126-121. The Bulls in Cleveland, they got some things in common. Not to mention the fact that they play each other in a nationally broadcasted game on TNT on Dr. Martin Luther King Day. One of the NBA's highlighted games. One of the highlighted games or highlighted schedules for the NBA season. The Bulls are struggling. Cleveland, despite the win versus the Clippers, are struggling. Part of that's due to LeBron James's injury. Part of that's due to other things that, quite frankly, I just don't understand. You want to chime in? The number here is 773-530-1004. This is the Outside Analysis. I am Ernest Shepard. You can follow us at Outside Analysis. Like the Facebook page at facebook.com/Outside Analysis. The Cleveland Cavaliers, losers of 6 out of their last 8. And if you go back even further than that, and this is from Christmas Day after their loss to Miami. Defeated Orlando December 26th. Lost to Detroit. Lost to Atlanta. Lost to Milwaukee. What a surprise. Lost to Charlotte. Defeated Charlotte. Lost to Dallas. Lost to the woeful Philadelphia 76ers. Lost to Houston. Lost to Golden State. Lost to Sacramento. Lost to Phoenix. Defeated the Lakers. Defeated the Clippers. They got the Bulls next. Which team gets off the snide? Will it be the Bulls or will it be Cleveland? Will David Blatt remain as the head coach? Will he still be the head coach when the Bulls play Cleveland? There were rumblings earlier this week claiming that some of the players talked to players from an opposing team about how they're trying to get rid of their head coach, David Blatt, who I'm not sure what he did, what he said, how he went about things. But they want him gone, it seems like. I don't know why. Man hasn't been coaching in the league that long. He's only had 41 games in his coaching career. Just because things are looking bleak now don't mean that you don't get the opportunity to right the ship. I mean, what you expect. You get a guy in Kyrie Irving, great player, but he's used to being the man. And with the numbers he puts up, he's probably deserving to be the man. Except for the fact that he plays with LeBron, who is the best player in the league. He's the man of the league. And there's nobody that's on the same level league as LeBron when it comes to being the man. There's no second guessing who runs that show. Then you have Kevin Love, who's used to being the man or the alpha dog in Minnesota. They made a big mistake, I think, with the Kevin Love trade. And this is not against Kevin Love, no slight against him at all. He's one of the best power forwards in the game. He reminds me so much of the great Kevin McHale. It is ridiculous. Excellent rebounder. Excellent shooter. Can bang with you if he needs to. But he's woefully miscast with the Cavaliers. He was woefully miscast when they were discussing trading for him. He's a square peg trying to fit into a round hole in Cleveland. He's not the guy that they needed. But he is the guy that moves the needle. And that's probably what they were thinking when they pulled the trigger on the deal. And I'm not saying that Andrew Wiggins was the better choice to hold on to. What I'm saying, though, that there were better options out there, not necessarily better players. Just because you put together an all-star team doesn't mean you're built to win it. Got to factor in egos, got to factor in guys who might be willing to sacrifice, might not be willing to sacrifice. Kevin Love is used to being an alpha dog. Not the ideal fit for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yet a guy like Thaddeus Young, although he doesn't move the needle, would have been better. Better suited. Why? He doesn't mind doing some of the little things. Rebounding. Defending. Passing up shots to create a better shot for teammates. Floor spacing. Taking the charge. Again, the